Good morning, everyone. I'm going to do, one of my friends has asked me to help her out. She's going to a Christmas do and doesn't know what to do, and she's got about 3 or 4 things in a makeup bag. So she said, what can I do with these? So I'm going to attempt to do a bit of a makeup look. I wasn't going to go live with this, I was just going to record it. So I've decided, like, last minute I'm going to go live with it. So here goes. Basically, the things that she's got are some stuff that's quite old, like a green eye pencil, a green eyeshadow, a grey eyeshadow, what else is there? A highlighter, and some concealer, and that was about it. So I'm going to try and create something with those things. I'm actually going to do 2 things. So the first thing I've done on my face, I'm not doing all that. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with the grey eyeshadow. So this one here, hers is a loose powder, but this one here, actually I'm going to go for this one, is probably the nearest to what she has got. So I'm going to give this a whirl. So this is super duper easy. If you want the quickest smoky eye you've ever seen in your life, then this is the one to go for. So put a bit on the end of my brush. I'm just going to dab on the outside of my eye, like the last third of my eyelid, a little bit like that. And then just take it that little bit higher. Now this is literally dashing out the door. Good morning, Claire. Dashing out the door. Anyone can do this. So that's it. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. I'm going to, because she's going on a Christmas do, I'm going to make it a little bit more glam, so I'm just going to cover the sort of the last half of the eye. Okay, so you can see we've got that there. Now I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to dust off the excess, and I'm just going to blend that's on there. Take it over. The bit that's on the eyelid's going to go as well. You're just going to go over here. So you can see we're creating a smoky eye. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to get a brush that's had nothing on it, just a clean brush. I'm just going to buff that line there so that we've not got that harsh line. So this can be done with absolutely any colour, and if you keep moving that eyeshadow around enough, we should get rid of that line. Ideally we could do with another shade in here that's slightly lighter, but Lauren's not got another eyeshadow. We've just got the grey. So we're just gonna blend and blend and blend until that goes. Okay. So if you don't like the light look here, you could take the eyeshadow all the way across if you wanted. If you wanted to lose, but with my eyes I need to keep it quite light here, because otherwise it looks like I've been smacked in eye, and it's never a good look. So basically we've blended all those together. I'm just going to get the other brush, the brush that I put the eyeshadow on. I'm just going to slightly take that underneath. So we're just starting to get a little bit of that colour underneath. There you go. And then really, you could go out with that as it is. If you wanted to make it a little bit darker on the outside, you could get some more of that grey eyeshadow and just bob a little bit just in the outer corner, just to intensify that colour a little bit more. You can see. But that is exactly the same colour shade. We're not using anything that's any different. Just slightly blend that. That is all done with one. Let me put a bit of mascara on this. Can't find my mascara. I have to use one. Here we go. So, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that is. Okay, so mascara on that, bit on the bottom lashes. And that is look number 1. It took about 5 minutes. And then just put whatever lip with that you would want. Any lip will go with this because it's so subtle. And then on the other eye, so we're going to start the other eye exactly the same. So I'm going to use that dark eyeshadow just on the outer corner. Okay. I'm not going to put as much on my eyelid this time because I'm going to use another colour on the eyelid. So I'm just going to blend that over. I'm going to get my brush that's not had anything on just to blend that all in together. It's all about the blending really. This is the step that takes the most time and the most patience. So getting that one on. So you can see we've blended that in, left it nice and light in the middle. And then I'm going to go in with the green eyeshadow. So this green, hers is slightly different to mine, but I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to use just a flat brush to put it on with. So a flat eyeshadow brush, something that's a bit like this. I'm just going to load the eyeshadow onto both sides of my brush, tap away the excess, and then I'm just going to place it on over there. Now I've not put no eye primer on, I've got normal primer on and I've got foundation because I don't want this to be sort of a striking green. I want us to blend it into the, can you see that? I want us to blend it in. I'm going to leave the inner part of my eye as well. Okay. So this is just going on the middle section of my eye. I love this colour. This is from my Vice palette, which I don't think they do anymore. You're able to get it cheap. I think I saw it cheap in John Lewis because they're selling them off. Okay, so we've gone with that colour there. I'm going to then, we need to put a bit more of that dark colour on the outside. So just a little bit just in the outer corner of the grey. So it's slightly darker. And then we'll just blend those in together again using the brush that's clean. Okay, so with this one now I'm going to take it underneath again. So again using the brush that's had the grey on. I'm just going to take it slightly underneath. Just a little bit, don't it look like we've been punched in the eye. And then the brush that's had the green on, I'm not putting any more shadow on it, but I'm just going to take that below as well. That just gives a hint of the green in the dark eyeshadow that's at the bottom. Okay. So one of the other things that Lauren had got is a highlighter. So I'm going to get the highlighter. I'm going to use my Sleek palette for this one. I'm just going to use one of these highlighters. I'm just going to take a really small brush, something like this. I'm just going to get a bit of the highlighter on the brush. I'm just going to use it, I'm going to just do it on this side, on the inner corner. Just there. And take a slightly below to open up the eye. You got a bit shiny and a bit shimmery on the inner part. And take it a bit further in actually on this side. So it's going right up to that green. That's it. It looks better now. Good morning, Helen. But you can see me doing this through the window. So there goes, 2 looks there. All I've used is a dark grey eyeshadow, a green eyeshadow, and then a highlighter. Next steps on this, I just need to put my mascara in on this eye. So if you can brave lashes with this would look awesome. And if you're not really confident about putting eyelashes over the whole of your eye, and you think, oh, it's just going to go into a mess, cut the eyelash in half and just stick it on the outside part, and it'll still look like you've got lashes on, but it's just not quite as faffy. So last thing to do is I would then put a bit of bronzer, or ideally just on the cheeks. So, Lauren didn't say whether she had bronzer or not, so I'm going to guess that she had. So just a tiny little bit of bronze on the cheeks, just to give your face a little bit more shape. On this side. A little bit on the top of the head. A bit on my jawline to hide my double chin. And then I would go in with the highlighter. So I'm going to use the same highlighter that I used on my eyes, my Super Duper fan brush. So just dip that in there, and then just going to dust that on the cheekbones. And here. A little bit on Cupid's bow. And a bit on my nose. Okay. If with this, you could go with any lip. You could go with a nude lip. You could go with a red lip. You could go for something, especially with this eye here that's quite... that's got no colour in it. You could go with something that was a bit more plummy, a bit more brown. Probably wouldn't go with a pink. I'd probably keep the eyes a little bit lighter for their pink, but it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. So that's 2 looks really, really quickly there, with using only 2 different eyeshadows, well, 2 eyeshadows and a highlighter. So this one has just got 1 eyeshadow all over, and then this one, I mixed a little bit of green in there, so you've got a bit of a colour for it. But very, very easy. If you want to see all of this, it gets uploaded to the page in about 2 minutes time. So if you didn't catch the beginning, you can always just flip back. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.